Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to All for United. We are back again with another pre-match preview and lineup reaction show. I hope all of you are doing good. I see so many people coming in already. Everyone make sure to go to youtube.com/ All for United. That's youtube.com/ All for United and check and tune into us there. I'm gonna make sure to hit that like button. We want to get at least 150 views on YouTube. So everyone right now go to youtube.com/ All for United. Get your comments in right now. I'm joined by Alan Benz, bro. How are you doing today?
Doing great, Temi. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. Can't complain. Really excited about this game. Obviously, Wolves is a very, very tough opponent. We faced them 7 times since they've been back in the Premier League, and we've only managed to win 1 time.
I think that too in the FA Cup, right?
Yeah,
FA Cup,
yeah, exactly. FA Cup replay. 115 people watching. Make sure that everyone join us. YouTube.com/ All for United. Get your comments in. Jason Sam, Chak one. We see you. But yeah, Wolves is a tough opponent for us. We've struggled to score against them. It's been a very cagey game every single time. We all know how Nuno likes to set up his team. I'm really interested to see what the lineup is going to look like today. Wolves haven't had the best go of it so far this year, but that does not make it any less difficult. Obviously, they're missing their talisman, Raul Jimenez. But yes, but that being said, they still have a lot of good forward, front-thinking players: Adama Traore, Daniel Podence, Raul Neto, all really good young players. Really exciting. Are you and Alan? I just want to get your thoughts before the lineup. So, how are you feeling about leading into this game?
Well, I'm feeling all right actually. Not very confident, but I want to feel that confidence because we need to end this year with a win. Because the next game we're going to play is on Jan 1st against Aston Villa. So this has to be a strong game for us, and I want us to dominate from the beginning rather than in the moments. And I think we have the team to do so, and we'll be rotating quite a few people. I think we'll be seeing Pogba today, and maybe even Matic. And I'm pretty concerned about Victor Lindelof's as well as Rashford's injury. But Rashford is in the squad, but Lindelof isn't. So how will Bai or Tuanzebe be able to cope up in that role? That's something to look at. And Wolves with a pretty good game against Tottenham. I felt that they could have won it in second half. I felt Jose was a bit pragmatic in that game, scoring 1 goal, sitting back. And then Wolves were doing their best to score one. I guess Fabio Silva missed a chance that could have set them up for a winner in the final minute of the game. And I think we have to score the chances that we get. We need to be clinical. And this is that game where players like Rashford, Martial need to be clinical. Otherwise, Wolves will be creating few opportunities, maybe from a corner or a set piece, maybe even a Ruben Diaz long shot. So that's a concern for me. So we have to take the opportunities that come towards us today.
Yeah. 100%. Everyone, we have so many people joining with us right now. Alan Benz is with us, giving us that breakdown. Looking forward into the lineups. The lineups are coming out in about 5 minutes. Very excited for that. Brown Knight, what did you miss? Obviously, you didn't miss too much. Let's get right into the comments. Adama Traore has 0 goals and assists this season. Does not make him any less of a threat. I believe that wholeheartedly. Wolves haven't won a game since Jimenez got injured. Very fascinating news there. We've got this. Brown Knight says, hopefully it's an exciting game, not a boring one. I strongly doubt that, Jason Samchak. One, yeah, I see you're on Periscope, bro. Hey, make sure to join us on youtube.com/ All for United. I want to get at least 20 likes, over 150 views on this stream right now. Everyone come join us. 20 likes, over 150 views. But back to Alan, bro. You made some good points. And right to this comment right now, hopefully it's an exciting game, not a boring one. If we're being honest, this is probably going to be a boring game. Like, Wolves are going to set up. They're going to be in a deep block. They play essentially 5 at the back. They like to keep it tight, keep it compact. I don't think we scored more than 1 goal against them in any of our last 7 matches. It's not going to be an easy game. Do you expect anything different than what we've seen in the past?
Yeah, I feel I hope we could start Edison Cavani in today's game. I think his movements inside the box will really help us, maybe for a Bruno or someone from the wing to provide that outlet of creativity. maybe that could help. But otherwise, I don't see a big difference in today's game. I think Cavani should be the focal point for today's game. That's something I'm waiting to see who will be starting up front. It's important actually. Today's game, we have to go with that forward thinking approach. And Wolves, we are not sure if they will set up with a back four or a back three. Last game they set up with a back four because Willy Bolly was injured. Today I'm hearing that he's fit, so we could say back three itself today. So they're not going to give us any space to take chances. So whatever we might be getting, maybe 5 or 6 chances at most, and we have to make the most out of it. I think that's what will decide the game, and we can expect counterattacks from Wolves as well. And I think they've scored more than us through counterattacks this season, so that's something to be careful about.
No, yeah, I agree. Everyone, make sure to jump in the comments. We have a lot of things coming in. They beat Chelsea 2-1. I do remember that actually. They did beat Chelsea in a very late fashion. Actually, very interesting. So many funny comments in here. I don't even have the energy for it right now. But anyway, guys, make sure to hit that like button for us right now. YouTube.com/All for United. Join us for this live lineup reaction. I have Alan here for about 2 more minutes before we get right into the lineup reaction. But Alan, what do you expect the score to be today?
I want United to win, so I'll go with a 2-1 victory for United. It's going to be a low-scoring game compared to one like Leeds. We cannot expect a wholesome entertainment today's game. I think it'll be more conservative. We'll try to find spaces through outlets of creativity. I think taking the chances that we get, that really has to be vital today. So I'm going with a 2-1 win for United.
2-1 win for United, says Alan. Very exciting stuff, guys. Everyone, I want you to drop your thoughts on who's going to win today. I'm gonna be posting everyone's reactions. Guys, who do you want to see in the lineup? Get in the comments right now. Mohammed Daoud says they have to come out and start fast. Set the tempo from the first minute. Second place is there for the taking. This is another thing. We have a big opportunity. We've had multiple. This will now be our second opportunity to, clinch second. Which we haven't seen in quite a while. Let's make sure to. It's actually very important that we take advantage of this opportunity because we can't keep letting these things slip by. Obviously, Liverpool dropped points for us the other day. We have to take that into account. We're facing, I think, is it Villa and who else are we facing? There's two.
We're facing Villa, and then after that, the Carabao Cup semi-finals versus City. Then the FA Cup versus Watford, and then is it Liverpool or is there a game?
We have a couple 2 league games before we get to Liverpool, so we have to make sure that we're still in the fight by that point and see if we can nick a result. 6 watching on YouTube. Hey, we need at least 20 people watching on YouTube. I see 35 people that are still live with us. Everyone go to youtube.com/All for United and click on our live link. We are there. The lineup should be coming out very, very soon. Alan, I'm going to let you drop, and we're going to talk very soon. All right, my brother?
Have a great game, yeah.
Yes, sir. You take it easy. Guys, you're with me for just a little bit longer until these lineups come out. Guys, make sure to keep tuning in with us. We have 6 people watching right now, live on YouTube, I believe. Let's get it to at least 20 likes, 150 views. There's 37 people watching on all platforms. Make sure to join us. The lineup should be coming out soon. We're really excited to see this. Let's see what Manchester United is saying right now. Let's see what, if anything, is just came out. So the lineup is very exciting stuff. So we have De Gea in goal, Bailly, Maguire. Actually, you know what? I hate how they do this on the app. It's so annoying. Or on Twitter. Very, very annoying. Let's see the lineup in a way that I can digest it. I hate when they do it by number. It's very annoying. Here we go. Boom. So we have a starting lineup of De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka at right back, Bailly, Maguire as our 2 center backs, Alex Telles as our left back. Pogba, Matic look like they're going to fill that pivot role. And then we have Greenwood and Bruno Fernandes. Greenwood's probably on the right. Bruno Fernandes at number 10. Marcus Rashford on the left, and Cavani up top. Martial is on the bench today. Very fascinating. Very fascinating. So no Tuanzebe today, no Martial today, no Shaw today. Very fascinating team sheet. Can't complain too much about this lineup. Obviously, Victor Lindelof is hurt. So that's obviously a big loss for us, but we should be fine. Eric Bailly's played pretty decently over the past couple games that he's featured. Very interested to see he's getting 3 games on the bounce now. That's very rare to see from Eric. We have 18 people watching with us still. Everyone, make sure to go to youtube.com/all for United. I'm going to post a tweet right now. Tweet right now. Everyone stick with us. Very interesting team news. Everyone, get your thoughts on the lineup. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you guys feel right now. Stuart O'Hara says Martial did well off the bench against Everton. He did do well against the bench. He did do well off the bench against Everton. I completely agree with that. Very shocked to see that he's not starting. Mason Greenwood gets a start today, though I'm not mad with that. Not mad with that at all. Hopefully he does well. He's going to have a lot of responsibility. Maybe he doesn't have to track back too much, but there's going to be moments on the counterattack that we really need to be careful of. Let me make this tweet right now. The lineups are out. Come join at let's see, at Temi for his thoughts on the lineup. Let's see, guys, get your thoughts in. Strong lineup should be good enough to win the game. Completely agree. But hey, everyone thinks Wolves are just an easy. Wolves have never been an easy win for us. Wolves have never been an easy win for us since they've joined the Premier League. If you look back to Ollie's first loss as a manager as an interim was against Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. If I go back to that, yeah, I think his first loss was against Wolves, and that was kind of the beginning of the shakiness and the kind of inconsistency that we've been seeing since then. Wolves kind of put a stop to Ollie's fire, if that makes sense, when he first got the interim job. Martial getting dropped was the right call. Starve Martial and make him hangry. That's funny from Jacob O.C. The bench, thank you for the bench. It's Henderson, Shaw, Tuanzebe, Fred, Mata, Big Mac, James, VDB, Martial. Yeah, interesting to see Fred did not start, but I think he's doing his little rotation thing where it's going to be a Fred McTominay 1 week through this whole Christmas period. It's going to be Fred McTominay 1 week. Then the next week it's going to be, Pogba Matic. But I think Pogba Matic is a smart pivot in this game because we definitely need to have two ball players who can, grab a game and kind of dictate the tempo of a game. And both Pogba and Matic do that very, very well. We have some contributors coming in about 6 minutes. In 6 minutes, I believe Keane is coming on and joining me. If I'm not mistaken, let me check really quick. Actually, Jamie's going to be joining me first. And then 10 minutes after that, we're going to have Keen's thoughts on the lineup reaction. I'm excited to get their thoughts. Everyone, make sure to join us right now. youtube.com/all4united. That's youtube.com/all4united. If you're watching on any other platforms, make sure to join us right now. Brown Knight says, strong lineup and strong bench. We have options of the bench. Yeah, this is one thing that I've seen, and we have a deep squad now. We have a squad that should be able to compete. We really do, and I think it's interesting to see the growth. This is definitely the best squad we've had post Sir Alex Ferguson, just in terms of talent, overall balance, the bench. We have a lot of forward options. We rotate our double pivot consistently now. Our back four is probably the place where we still think, okay, we need to improve that. We might need to get another center back. We probably need another right back because we're playing, center backs at right back when Wan-Bissaka is injured. It's very interesting to see. I'm excited for it. I'm very excited to see. Let's get in the comments real quick. Want to see Pogba breaking the lines like McTominay against Leeds? Pogba in full flight is a scary prospect. Yeah, I completely agree. I think that his role in this team, though, is definitely Ollie wants him kind of playing those longer passes from deep every once in a while to stretch the defense. Keeping it hopefully simple. When he keeps it simple, I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. And I think Ollie's pretty pragmatic. He doesn't want Pogba breaking too far forward, even though he's going to do it anyway because that's just his natural instinct. I disagree, though. Past performances do not indicate current form. We are in form, and they are struggling. We're going out with a winning mentality, and we're winning 4-0 today. If we win 4-0 today, oh my goodness, I will be ecstatic. I would be absolutely ecstatic. But I do think the lineup is strong. I think that Ollie has been doing a good job of selecting the lineups recently. We've been on a good little unbeaten run. I think it's like 4 or 5 games on the bounce now. It's very fascinating. 5 more minutes, guys, or 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to have Jamie joining me. I'm very excited for that. I'm going to post this tweet. We'll post this tweet real quick. Everyone, make sure to get your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to be sharing your comments. Ask any questions you have. A lot of good commentary right now. 13 people watching. How many likes do we have, Brown Knight? Let me know how many people are watching on YouTube. YouTube.com/all4united. YouTube.com/all4united. I am very shitty at multitasking. It's really funny, actually. Very funny, but I'm doing my best here. Make sure to join us. YouTube.com/all4united. But yes, let's see it right now. 6 watching on YouTube, 10 likes already. Let's get up to 15 before the next guest comes in. Yes, the next guest is coming in 3 minutes. Can we get 5 more likes on YouTube? 5 more likes on YouTube. I want at least 150 views. At least 150 views. Let's get the Wolves lineup. Yes, 100%. Forgive me. I kind of forget that every once in a while. So we have 2 minutes before my guy Jamie's coming in. The Wolves lineup right now. Oh my goodness. It is a back 3 of Connor Cody, who I actually love as a center back, Max Kilman, young center back, Roman Saiz. Those are kind of mainstays in their squad. And then a middle 3 of Ruben Neves, Jean Moutinho, we know what they do in there. Vitinha, who is a new signing, and I've seen a little bit of him, pretty decent player. Ryan at Nuri at left back. I don't know too much about him. Kijana Hover, also don't know too. These are some new names for Wolves. 18 years old. That kid is 18 years old. Wow. And then Adama Traore and Pedro Neto starting as a front 2. So this is a pretty, in my opinion, gettable Wolves side. It looks like they're rotating a bit for this game, which I'm shocked about. Who is this left back? So they're starting a 19-year-old at left wing back, an 18-year-old at right wing back. They're starting a 20-year-old in the heart of midfield with Ruben Neves and Moutinho. Ruben Neves is 23. Like this is a young squad, very young Wolves squad. I think they're gettable. I really think they're gettable. Pedro Neto's 20. Wow, I did not know their squad was this young. Very fascinating stuff. I'm gonna bring in Jamie real quick. Everyone, make sure to hit that like button really quickly. Yep, it's a 352, 100%. Very excited. That's the lineup coming out from our guy Brian. Now I'm adding my guy Jamie to the chat right now. My guy Jamie, how are you doing today, bro? Looks like you're on mute.
Schoolboy error as usual. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you doing? You keeping good?
Yes, sir. I'm doing really well. Yeah. Really doing well. I'm excited for this game, even though I think I'm gonna be kind of a WWE match in for lack of a better term. How do you feel about the lineup today? How do you feel about the lineup that you see from Manchester?
Yeah, strong lineup. I'm happy to see Pogba in the team. I thought Ollie would have went with a diamond today, to be honest with you. I'm quite surprised that he's stuck with the 4-3-3. I agree with it. Anybody that knows me on here will know I'm not a big, massive fan of the diamond, but I thought it would sort of counteract their midfield today because they only play the 2 in midfield. So I thought if we sort of had a couple more bodies in there and a couple more creative players, we would have, Ollie might have sort of went with that. But yeah, really happy with the lineup. I'm glad Wan-Bissaka's back, gives a little bit of solidity in that right wing position, right back position, because I know Neto's in form at the moment for them. So talented little player on their left side, and Podence is a very tricky little winger as well. So it's good to have a solid defender in there. I generally thought he would have went with Luke Shaw today just to be a bit more solid at the back, but I'm a big fan of Tellez, so I'm happy he's in the squad, and it tells me that we're going to go attacking. Because if he's sort of looking to play on the break, I think he maybe goes with Luke Shaw there and has a little bit of a solid back 4 and something to build on to break quickly. So yeah, really happy with the lineup. Quite shocked Marshall was not in the team. I'm quite happy about that. I know you're a big lover of Tony, and rightfully so. Really good player. I don't think he's been playing very well recently, so I'm quite happy he's not playing. Not in a negative way. we've got better options there at the moment in form wise, and good to see Mason coming back into the team. But I see Jacob's comment as well earlier saying that he's it's a good thing for Marshall. Give him a bit of, maybe it'll give him a little bit of a kick up the backside and get him hungry again. So yeah, what's your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, no, I was also shocked to see Marshall wasn't starting, but I'm thinking about it more in terms of, I do think he's been a little hit or miss all season. He's not been at his flying best, but I still believe he is one of our best players, and he will probably force his way back into that side because he will produce. And I think it's a challenge. I think for me, there's never anything wrong with sitting a person down and saying, hey, you need to kind of see the game from the outside looking in and push, because this guy Cavani, he's world class. If you want to compete with that, you need to step your game up. You really need to step your game up. So I'm not mad at that at all. I don't have any ill will towards Ali or anything because he didn't start one of my favorite players. Like I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. But like you said, I like the fact that this seems a pretty solid side to me. We're playing a 4-2-3-1. I think he's going attacking because he knows Wolves are going to be sitting back and defending like they like to do, especially now they have a really young side, by the way. So it looks like they're going to be pretty defensive, obviously. Do you think it's we haven't scored more than one goal against them in 7 games. Do you think that's going to be kind of business as usual again when it comes to, how we've fared against Wolves over the past few games?
Yeah, I think Ollie's probably looked at that and thought, you know what, we probably do need to go a little bit more attacking here. And let's be honest as well, it's Old Trafford, we're a very good away team at the moment, but we really need to sort of kick on and start getting results at Old Trafford and get teams fearing coming to Old Trafford again. So obviously waiting to come on, and I was listening to you when you were talking through the lineup, and I thought you were spot on with what you were saying with the two sort of more ball playing midfielders in Matic and Pogba. I think that tells me when he's got Donny or Pogba in that deeper position and not a Fred or McTominay, it tells me he's going to go a bit more attacking. And obviously he's went with Cavani as the main man through the middle and Mason and Marcus on the wings. So it's a very attacking team. I was quite happy with it. Well, I'm a bit gutted that Fred ain't in the team. I'm a big fan of Fred, but on the ball, I don't think he's our best option from a deeper position. Pogba's passing ability and Matic in particular for that defensive-minded sort of defensive midfielder that can sort of play the ball as well. I think that's definitely a good choice from Ollie and an attacking, pragmatic sort of midfield there, and that sort of builds the foundations with the likes of Alex Telles to tell me he's going. And like you said, they have got some young players. Just before you brought me in, I was having a look at Wolves' team there, and they've got Hoover at right back, the boy that they've signed from Liverpool for a couple of £1 million, I think. So they're a very young team, so they can be got at, if we've just got to be strong into the tackle. And if we start from minute 1 today, we've got too much quality for them, in my opinion, and we'll get the job done comfortably at the end of the game. But yeah, traditionally, Wolves have been a tough team for Ollie, and that's because of players like Diogo Jota, who's obviously at Liverpool now, and Jimenez. So they're not there anymore. Obviously, Jimenez is injured. Fantastic player. I hope he recovers because I love watching him. Brilliant football player. But I think they're going to be massive blows. And you're looking at their team and you're looking at our team and thinking we should get the job done comfortably tonight.
Yeah, That's when I'm most scared, if I'm going to be honest with you, when we should be getting the job done comfortably. I always think those are the games that Ollie's kind of struggled to win. Honestly, I think we've done a lot better job of it this season. But I do at the same time think that a lot of people share that same sentiment as you is, hey, I'm looking at the lineup. They're young. They're not playing their best 11, to be quite frank. Their best player is injured. Again, that's another thing that's huge. All those things always scream to me, be careful, like that. And we have an opportunity to jump to second. There's a lot of stuff riding on this game. If we're being honest, if we can jump to second with a game in hand, and get to that Liverpool game that's coming up soon in a position where we're still in challenging mode, that's when I think we're really title contenders. But I'm worried. It's more apprehensiveness. I think we are going to win this game a KG 1-0. By the way, everyone, share your thoughts on what you think. The
I'm the
score.
same. I don't think we can get too caught up on their lineup. It's just a case of it's a good opportunity for Man U just to do their job tonight. Like, it doesn't need to be pretty. If it's a 1-0 in the last minute, we're still going to be happy, aren't we? You know. So it's a case of it's just to do the job tonight, and the league position at the moment. If we can sort of keep a little bit of pressure on these teams, because teams are dropping points around us every single week at the moment. So it's just about sort of breathing on the back of the neck of the top team, and as long as you're there or thereabouts, and they're sort of looking down at you, and you're looking up to them, saying, "Do you know what? We're here. Don't slip up because we're here." You know, especially with that game in hand as well. It's a massive game tonight. It's a huge game.
No, 100% agree. Brown Knight, let's get in the comments real quick. Stuart O'Hara says, as always, beware Neves long range bombs, 100%. Yeah. He's a wonderful player. I would take him at United right now, like literally right now. Matic releases Pogba to roam free. Tellez will put those crosses in, and Cavani will be there to head them in. I'm really happy with this. Rashi and Mason running at them defenders. Yes, I think it's going to be very forward thinking. I'm looking forward to the Cavani Bruno link up, says Fred Woodward. Very excited to see that. Bruno is on absolute stuff right now. Like, he is unplayable right now, and it's so nice to see. I've always said that we lack three things to win the title: leadership, creativity, and width. Bruno brings the first two. Tellez and Cavani bring width. Today is our day. Very, very bold statement. I still think we lack, I still think we lack one or two leaders, if I'm going to be honest with you, but that's just my personal opinion. Tellez versus Traore would be an interesting one. I thought he would have gone with Shaw. 100%. That's another matchup that's going to be really interesting. Adama Traore has no goals and assists this season, but I think that very, very short-sighted to think that, he's not going to still burn you. Like, he gets doubled every time he touches the ball, especially now that, his road partner Jimenez is not there. He's getting absolutely swamped. I watched was it the Villa game the other day, or I can't remember who they faced this past week, and he running past 2-3 players, putting the ball in, and it's Fabio Silva, who's 18 and doesn't know how to score. So, I mean, anyway, this is a long story, but how do you feel about that matchup? Really quick, 2 more minutes with Jamie, and then give me your score prediction, Jamie.
Obviously, I'm the same as you. I'm not getting hyped that Traore hasn't had a good season, because he's got all the ability in the world to cause us problems, and he has in the past. So I'm not going off them statistics that people throw around. They'll change their game. Fabio Silva, like you just said, very young player. They've signed from Porto, not quite at the pace yet, but they've changed the way they're playing in that forward three now. They've got some sort of quite technical players with Podence and Pedro Neto, so they can't play their same sort of game because they don't have that main target man to link their play up in Jimenez. So I think we've got to be naive enough to think that we can't get stung by Traore. So Tellez is going to have to be switched on defensively as well, and he is a more forward-thinking fullback, so he does need to make sure he's doing his job in the other direction as well. But as I say, I mentioned earlier, I feel we will get the job done tonight. I don't think it's going to be comfortable at times, but I do think we'll get the win. We've got the better team, but we just need to be switched on from minute one. There can't be any of this taking 20 minutes to settle in the game, and I think we'll win 2-0 tonight. That's my score prediction. And if I'm coming across as a bit sniffly, I do apologise to yourself and the viewers. I've got a really bad cold, so
same. Hey. Get well soon, bro. I appreciate your time again. I'm sure we'll talk real soon. I'm gonna let Keen hop on here. Jamie, you take it easy.
No worries at all. Take it easy, mate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now I am bringing on my guy Keen to the stream, bro. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Temi. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, bro. I'm doing wonderful. Hey, we just had a good time with Alan, had a great time with Jamie. We're going to have a great time with you right now for the next 10 to 15 minutes, bro. Hey, let me know what you think about these lineups really quickly. Are you excited about it? Are you worried about one or two things? Give me your overall feeling about the lineup that Ali picked today.
Really, really happy with the starting lineup. So progressive. Great to see Alex Tellez in there today. He's going to be a massive, massive contributor to get balls into Edison Cavani. I think this lineup is a statement of intent from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like the fact that McFred are getting a rest today and we're playing, as you and Jamie said, two ball players in midfield in Matic and Pogba, and then playing Matic also gives Bruno the license also to get forward. And you see the likes of Edison Cavani coming back in. We were talking on Wall of Reds the other night how important he actually is to our squad, and it's time. We were saying the other night on this show, like it's about time that Edison Cavani gets a start in the Premier League, and the fact that he's getting his first home start in the Premier League, that's massive in a game like this where we get 3 points tonight. We can put massive pressure on Liverpool, and you see the other teams around us dropping points as well, last night. So all in all, delight with the lineup and delight with the personnel. It was a toss-up whether Greenwood or Martial played, but it's still a really strong lineup. And even Eric Boye, kind of shocked to see him come in because it's 3 games in 6 days. But other than that, he also provides us an opportunity to not play so deep at the back, because when we play Lindelof and Maguire, we kind of sit off a bit. With Boye, we have the recovery pace. I think he'll be important tonight. If he's on his game, it'll be important because likes of Neto and likes of Traore, they have a lot of good breakaway pace. And with Lindelof there, I'd be worried because he lacks space. But when you have Boye there, he has the recovery pace to track them runs.
No, 100%. I think Boye has injected a bit of a pop to the defense. I still think that, I know we love, as United fans, we've been talking about this whole, we want a center back with pace. I do think Eric Boye does have some wonderful qualities, but at the same time, he does have some worrying qualities. And somebody else in the box. But that being said, did I lose you guys? I might have lost you for a split second there. But anyway, I think I'm back. Let's get in the comments real quick. 10 people watching. Everyone, youtube.com/allfreeunited. I'm going to put it in the comments real quick. If you are watching on any other platform, make sure to join us on youtube.com/allfreeunited. I'm joined with Keen Franey. Let's get in the comments real quick. Ashley Bird says, seriously though, what's Rashford got to do to get a break? I swear his leg could be hanging on by tendons. Ollie would throw him in for giggles. Well, happy with the lineup though. Rashford, Bruno, and Maguire seem to be Ollie's trusted trio. He seems to start them every game. However, they will need rest eventually. Very interesting point. We have 12 likes so far. Come on, guys. Let's get it to 20. 100%. Let's get it to 20 likes. 8 more likes, people. I'm going to go and like it right now, actually. Let's get it to 20 likes. I want 150 people to watch this within the next 24 hours, guys. So make sure to join. I'm going to be posting some tweets for us real quick. Very interesting. I love the commentary in the comments, guys. Make sure to share this on all your Twitter pages if you are in the comments with us. We still have a few people watching with us. Keen, you made some great points about how he's being progressive today. Is there anything that worries you? Are you fearful about the Wolves lineup in any way, shape, or form? Is the pressure, do you think the pressure might get to the players because this is the second opportunity to jump into second place? How do you feel about all those things?
I think when you consider Wolves' lineup, it has a lot of pace. And I think previously, in certain games, we get caught on the break and there's little lapses in concentration in the defensive areas. I think set pieces with Wolves, they're a team who are always a threat off a set piece. I think United today, if we need to be on our game at the back, because I know we've conceded a lot of goals in zonal marking this season, and I think that could be another situation today. If we're not careful, the only kind of concern I have is Neto and kind of Traore. Now, everyone's posted on social media this week. Traore hasn't scored a goal in over a year or whatever, but this would be a game where he'd be prime and ready and wanting to score and make a statement. So that's a player I would worry about. I think that's probably my major concern is him on the right side against Telles, because I know I said earlier on that Telles getting forward, whipping in balls for Cavani will be good. I think from our attacking sense, that'd be fantastic. But the only concern you'd have counteracting that is if Traore can get the better of him on that side, does the Matic have the recovery pace to slot in there to deal with a potential Adama Traore counterattack?
No, I completely agree. I think the Matic thing against these pacey players they have is interesting. I do think Matic will slow the game down. I think Wolves don't really want a basketball match, for lack of a better term. They want it to be kind of cagey. They want it to be kind of they want to be hard to play against. Obviously, Adama Traore, we need to watch out for that. I think that's something that people are underestimating because the stats don't say he's doing well, even though I still think he's being very progressive. He's just,
Yeah.
they have an 18-year-old playing up front, and that's very, very hard to, very, very hard to, get production off of that. Another start on the bench for Donnie. I wonder if Ollie thinks that he and Bruno can't start together. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to ask Keen a question about that here in a second. Bruno and VDB haven't really linked up well so far. VDB is a backup for Bruno and Pogba, and his best link up was with Mata. I think they haven't had enough time for anybody to say that, in my opinion. I'm going with 4-0 United, and I actually think we might get a hat trick. A hat trick from who, Brown? I'm very curious to hear that against Wolves. Wow, if that happens, bro, I don't even know what I'm going to say. If that happens, I'll do something. I'm going 3-1 United. Cavani first goal, guys. Wow, you guys do realize we have not scored more than 1 goal against them in 7 games. Like, this is going to be very fascinating to see. But let's talk about Donnie real quick, because another game goes by and he is not getting time. Very interesting stuff. Are you worried that we might have kind of pulled the trigger too early on this type of player? It looks he could get disgruntled really quick. He doesn't seem like Ollie fancies him at all, and he was our most expensive signing of the summer.
Yeah, like it's a slight concern. Like, you pay 40 million for a player, and like 2 games in a row now, he hasn't, like, he didn't even get a game against Leicester today, and though he's not in the starting lineup again, even after making a few changes. But I think, look, from my point of view, I look at it. Paul Pogba, even though despite recent antics recently, when he's on song, he's been playing well since the Leipzig game. I think he's justified his place in the starting 11 today. And Bruno Fernandes at the moment, with the form he's undroppable with his production and going forward. The only concern like you would have is if Bruno burns out, so we might lose him for a prolonged period of time. But I think Donny van de Beek will play today. I think he'll come off the bench, and he will get a reasonable amount of time off the bench today. Because look, we have a big game against Villa coming up very soon as well. So Ollie will have to have that game in mind today as well, in terms of taking players out and bringing players in and keeping the squad relatively fresh, because he's actually done a kind of a decent job in that in kind of recent weeks in terms of rotating the squad. So, like, look, I think Donny van de Beek not playing a lot of games recently, yes, it's a concern, 100%, especially the price tag he came with. But at the same time, I think that signing was made more in the view of maybe Pogba leaving next year and then Donny coming in as his replacement. I think that's probably what they had in mind kind of at that time when they signed him. So concerned, yes, about his lack of game time at the moment, but still with this turbulent season that we have, there's still a lot of football to be played, and I think Donny van de Beek will play a lot of football.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I just wonder where it's going to come from. That's what I've been thinking about this whole time. Like, where is this actual game time going to come from? Because you're right. I think Paul Pogba does deserve to have his place in the side. He's been playing really well. Obviously, yes, seniority. If we're just going to call a spade a spade. It's going to be interesting to see the progression of Donny this season. I think that Ollie needs to find a way to get him in the side with Bruno. I don't know how it's going to be. He played on the left-hand side against Everton in the cup. Probably not. Definitely, that's probably the worst I've ever seen him play. Even though he didn't play bad, it
was just an average performance. Recently when Donny's put on the United shirt, he's played well. He's shown what he can do in terms of transitioning with the ball. He's very quick in transition, Donny van de Beek. But I think like that role against Everton where he played, he kind of played that role more to kind of close out Everton's midfielders in terms of Allen and Decore. He was kind of in there just to kind of make sure that Bruno doesn't get closed down. So I'm not too concerned about his role at the moment, because there's still a lot of football to be played. And like as you said, like he didn't play too well against Everton, but like it was like a 6 out of 10 performance. Then like that's probably like when we're talking his performances for United at the moment, they've always been like a 7 or 8 when he's on the pitch. So look, definitely 100%. Donny will play plenty of football coming soon.
No, great point. We have. I'm going to only be on here for a couple of minutes before we sign off here. I want to get Keen's final thoughts. Keen, what do you think the score will be today?
I said last night on my own show, I said 4-0. I think I was being a bit too optimistic, to be fair. I think I was going on a bit of a mad one last night, but no, to be fair, I think I'll go 3-1 United. I think Wolves will score. Unfortunately, I think it could come from a set piece with Roman Saiss coming forward. I think he's a very big threat from set pieces. But I think United get a couple tonight. I think Cavani will get on the score sheet again tonight, and Bruno Fernandes will score again tonight.
Okay. Hey, I hope you are right. That would be a beautiful, beautiful way to move into the coming weeks. Big win against a really good side, in my opinion, even though they're struggling this season. Hey, Keen, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Everyone, make sure to go follow Keen. His handle is right there. Give it a quick little screenshot and make sure to subscribe to his podcast and follow him on Twitter. Keen, I will see you very, very shortly. Okay.
No problem, Temi. Have a good one. Enjoy the game.
Yes, sir. You too. You too. Guys, we still have a few people watching. Everyone make sure to go to youtube.com/all4united right now. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes, answer any questions you guys may have. I'll make sure to jump in the comments here and, respond to some of the stuff you're saying. Greenwood scoring tonight, and it'll be something outrageous. I hope you are right. I really hope you're right. I see so many people are posting these 3-1s, these 4-0s, these 3-2s, and I'm like, I don't think you guys have watched Wolves over the past, 2 years. The under is usually the best bet. Nuno Espirito Santo likes to keep the games cagey. He likes to keep the games tight. You know what I'm saying? It's not usually a exciting game versus Wolves. Next to no, it's very rarely is it an exciting game. Wolves are on their knees. If United go into this with the right mentality, they'll put them away by a couple of goals. Ashley Bird, I hope you are right. But if I am giving you my head prediction, I'm predicting a 1-0. I think we're going to win 1-0 with a who's going to be the scorer today? You know what? I'm predicting a Mason Greenwood goal today. Mason Greenwood goal today. Should be very fascinating. I'm excited for that. Excuse me, guys. I got to blow my nose real quick. Broad Knight, I see a comment here about a post. Wolves have conceded 3+ goals versus City, West Ham, and LCC. Last season, they only let in 3+ goals twice. Again, this is not about other teams. This is about our dealings with Wolves over the past few games. I see what you're saying. Yes, they're a little bit more susceptible at the back, but pretty much everyone is, if I'm being honest with you. Like, Liverpool let in 7 this year. Like, it's been a very wild game. I'll take 1-0 all day. I will 100% take 1-0 today. You got to understand, when you're in a title fight, which we currently are in, statistically, we are in a title fight, you have to win cagey games. I feel like everyone thinks like the 99 side won every game by 6 goals. Go back and look at that side. Go back and look at our 08 side. There was 1-0s in there. There was some cagey 2-0s. There was some two. Not every game is a blowout. And I think this is one of those games where it's going to be cagey. I think that I know how Nuno sets up, and I know how Ali struggles against teams like Nuno's. You know what I'm saying? For being completely blunt here. So, gotta be honest, I'm gonna be very excited for this game though, no matter what. Everyone, make sure to hit the like button. 15 people watching, go to youtube.com/all4united and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Absolutely. 1-0 with an own goal and no shots on target. Don't care. 3 points is what matters. Big time. That would be pretty awful though. I wouldn't want to watch that, but I hear your point. I completely hear your point. Everyone, make sure after the game, join us on the post-match reaction show. I will be there. Joe will be there. Karthik will be there. Who else is going to be with us? We have one more contributor who is just eluding me. Who's going to be? There's going to be a special contributor that I can't remember. How about that? Dang, I really wish I remember who the fourth person was. But anyway, the full gang is back. The All For United gang is back together. Me, Joe, and Karthik are going to be on that live post-match to get all the, give you all that good post-match content. Then we're going to be doing the player rating show. A lot of exciting stuff today, y'all. So make sure to tune into everything that is going on. I cannot wait. Everyone, make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/all4united. Subscribe to us. Make sure to retweet all our content. Enjoy the game, bro. Yes, sir, Stuart. I hope you enjoyed the game too. Game face on says Brown Knight going into the game. We have to want to blow the opposition out of the park, instill fear into our opponents' hearts. I could not agree with you more. Instill fear into our opponents' hearts. I cannot wait for that. Enjoy the game, chaps. All of you. Love y'all. Take it easy. I'm going to be talking to y'all after the game. Make sure you're joining us right after the game. You do not want to miss it. I will see y'all very, very soon. Deuce.